Phillies. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. Today's starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Okay, all set to go. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Next pitch is downstairs.
1-1.
Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Pitch in the dirt. Full count, 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Betts. Outside low, and that is ball one. Freeman on at first, nobody out. That one is absolutely belted. And it's into the gap. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He steps on the bag, one out in the top of the first. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective.
Swing and a ground ball. And Bellinger is out.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And first offering is fouled off. Hernandez with a homer in his last game. Smoked on the ground a second. Stop over to first in time. Here's Trey Turner.
Ball, that's off the plate.
One of the notes on Tony Gonsolin that's fun. He likes cats. I think on his glove it says the Cat Man. Next offering is in for a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. This is Bryson Stott. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-0. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning. Everything shifts and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Right through there, got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. hangs on to the foul tip. That's a strikeout.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in, he gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
And that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. And here comes Tommy Edman, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. And it is gone. He sends it out of here. His second of the year. It's 4-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Line drive, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Freeman now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Now snap throw to first. Rojas dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off.
Wow, that could be so tough. Left-hander with that leg. Picks it up and can dangle it in the air a little bit, and you're not quite sure. Really good move over, and you can't blame the base runner for getting picked off on that one.
That's a hit. And that extends the inning for Mookie Betts. Now it's Mookie Betts. And a curve drops in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. Stop, snags it, and that is that. But 2 come across. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Smith gathers, throws, and it beats him for the first out after the drop 3rd strike. And now it's Alec Bohm. And there's a strike. Bohm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. One out, base is empty. Next pitch is outside.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Next offering is outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away. Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace, it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two out, base is empty. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. Phillies down. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
On the ground to the left, and foul ball. That misses, and it's 2-1. That one fouled off. Hammered, base hit. So a man at first. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. This to center field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. One away. Not much question that Citizens Bank Park is a hitter-friendly field. Lots of homers and triples to be had with this outfield design. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
You know, from an outfielder's perspective, that right center field power alley can be tough to play, but the odd angles in left center field aren't much easier. Definitely an interesting layout.
That missed inside, and it's 1-2. Shohei on the go. Pitch inside. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. That one to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. The flip to the pitcher covering. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. Will Smith to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's down and in. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Tyler Phillips getting ready to go. Slice down the right side. That's to third. Boom. Goes on to first. And that is the inning. One hit, one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Phillies nothing. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Up against the wall and brings it in. JT Realmuto steps in. Right through there for a strike. Realmuto, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2010. Got him swinging.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And here is Johan Rojas. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down 4-0. All set for the start of the inning. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Up the middle. Stott over to first in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Tommy Edman at the plate. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off.
Love coming to Citizens Bank Park. Best ice cream in all of the league at the press level. It's only been around since 2004, but plenty of awesome history here already. It's the only stadium with multiple postseason no-hitters. Remember, Roy Halladay did it back in 2010, and the Houston Astros threw a combined no-no in Game 4 of the 2022 World Series.
Popped up. Stop. On his way over. Hauls it in to end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, but they're in front 4-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Turner now. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, these Phillies just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground, bats up with it. On the run, throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. And stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Gonsolin fires. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The Phillies yet to pick up a hit here. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Harper in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that one is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one not close. Ball 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Corrals it, and that started at the plate. Freddie Freeman. Suarez back to work. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side.
And now it's Mookie Betts. That one outside. Ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Freeman gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Slides his hand in there. Save. It's 5-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. 1 for 2. He swings and fouls one off. And there's the automatic.
You know, these Phils, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a 3-2. And that wasn't even close. Ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Ziggy.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Schwarber aboard here at first with nobody out. Back up the middle and a base hit. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
And a foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Fouled off left side. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. And a big swing and a miss.
2 strikes. 1 ball.
In the
2
dirt.
strikes.
To third, tag, got him. They don't come up. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Tyler Phillips.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Jose Alvarado. The veteran southpaw is getting ready to come on if needed. Romano getting cranked up as well. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Lifted in the air out to left. Rojas puts it away for the out, and there's one down. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. Freeman, multi-time All-Star, 35 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2007. And it's even up.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. At the belt and fires. That misses the zone. Full count now. Struck him out swinging. To hit. And that one popped in the air left field. And makes the grab. And that is that. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Gets the call. That's strike 1.
0-1.
That's towards center. Edman sizes this one up, makes the catch, and there's one gone. And now here is Johan Rojas. That clips the corner. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. Trey Turner at the plate. That one ripped. Hernandez puts it away, and that is that. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. The pitch. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. That one lifted to left. Rojas makes the grab, one away. And here comes Bellinger. On a line, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Bellinger over at first with one away. And a strike in there. Phillips picks over. Bellinger dives back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away. And the batter now, Will Smith. And strike one to the catcher.
0-1's the count.
Hard hit left side. They get the force. That's the third out. No run. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Right through there for a strike.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And that gets down for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like Alex Vesia gets the ball now.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations.
Oh, he botches it. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit.
Oh, Freeman. Off balance speed, there's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Two down, base is empty. And here comes Alec Boehm. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two down, base is empty, but one run across here at the bottom of the 7th.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And that drops in for a strike. Oh, he gloves it, fires to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
The 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Jazz Chisholm Jr. On the ground right side. Oh, great grab on the dive. On the money, nice play.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
On the ground to third. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jose Alvarado, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Romano getting loose as well.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one is lifted in the air. Castellanos brings it in, and that'll do it. And digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. And he takes it himself for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Real Muto up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And that's a base hit. And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. And there's a foul ball. On the ground, out to short. And it's through for a hit. And out to a board.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Out to center, Edman. Can't make the grab, and it drops. Here comes Real Muto around 3rd. The relay throw.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle of it.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. 1 runs in, now a 2nd crosses the plate, and it's a 1-run game.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And no one can get there. And a go-ahead run is on base. And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at 2nd, and he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. That pitch clips the outside corner. It's 0-1. Slice the other way and foul. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at 1st and 3rd. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Runner from 3rd comes across, and it's an RBI single, tie game here in the 8th. Substitution now at first base. Coming in as the pinch runner, Edmundo Sosa. On the ground right side. Slides for the stop to 1st. What a play, inning over. Now into the game. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Phillips back to work. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Matt Strom, the closer, is getting loose. In the air, right field. Puts it away for the out. Here's Mookie Betts. The shortstop takes the ball. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. And that misses. 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Shohei Ohtani in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a base hit on the line. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. Here's Shohei Ohtani. And a curve misses outside. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Mookie on the move. This one in the air, center field. Marsh on the move. He hauls it in, 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Here's Cody Bellinger. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Marsh on the move. Squeezes it. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 hit is all they get. Welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Weston Wilson. He represents the winning run. Ground ball right side. And that one finds its way through.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Here comes Real Muto, 1 for 3. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful.
Wilson dives back in, but they got him.
So you're the winning run over there at first base. You've got to have a one-way lead. Make sure you don't get picked off as he did right there.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Not close with that one, and the count is 1-2. Got him! 2 away.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. And now the winning run is on base.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Trey Turner with a chance now. Step off, throw to first. Back in safe, really close.
They might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Another throw over, and they're keeping him close. And that's disengagement number 2.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Up the middle, Rojas. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Now into the ball game on defense. Go ahead run on base. And now Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. Ripped to right. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at 3rd with 1 out.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First PBs.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now here is Will Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. Pitch out, but no action. Pitch misses, and the count now 2-0.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Bellinger is in to score, and they lead it in the 10th.
Well, that at-bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man, and as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
1 out and a runner at second. This one popped up. Stop. Sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Runner at second, 2 down. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. They limit the damage here, so they get a couple of. On to the bottom of the 10th. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Swing, and he popped it up. And it drops in. Flying around third is Turner. He'll score easily, and it's a 7-6 game.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and
the Dodgers. New pitcher on now, Evan Phillips. Here comes Bryce Harper. And the sweeper catches the plate.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. In the air out to center. And a base hit right there. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And that is a big first out. And here is Sosa to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. He's safe. All square at 7.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it's just foul. That was close. Ripped on a line. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Phillies walk it off in extra innings.